Deputy Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis attended a recent ownership summit focusing on empowering people. Deputy Prime Minister Davis insisted that education will bring about the economic independence that most people seek, while Deputy F&M leader Loretta Butler Turner talked about work and sacrifice, the only way to economic independence.
Very much what our commitment to Urban Renewal 2.0 is all about. We refuse to give up on any of our people. We cannot afford to walk away from people's needs and concerns. We are required to find solutions, and with the citizens helping, we will find and implement that solution. After all, he who people sometimes refer to as the common or ordinary man is no different from any other man. We all are born with definable, inalienable rights to be exploited by each man himself. This exploitation is nurtured and fed by the opportunities that society and the government provides.
In other news tonight, the Bahamas National Children's Choir is getting set for another global battle of the voices, this time in Beijing, where they'll go up against more than 100 choirs at the 11th China International Choir Festival. Recently, choir members joined officials, parents, and other supporters for a cookout at the National Performing Arts Center. Chantel McDonald was one of the organizers. The National Children's Choir has done exceptionally well in prior competitions in Russia and Poland. In 2010, they won the children's category and placed second overall. Among the 24 choir members are Madel McDonald and Victoria Morris. These students are excited about the upcoming showdown and tell us about the benefits of being part of the choir.
No surroundings, exposed me around the world, taught me how to go about, and just good feeling.
Yes, I am extremely excited to go to Beijing, and we are having a lot of rehearsals every day and every weekend to prepare for the competition.
And how are you feeling, right now going ahead of the competition?
I think we are going to do very well. We have good chances. We practice hard, focus. We can do it.
Standard & Poor's has raised the Bahamas' short-term foreign currency rating to A2 from A3. The Reuters online agency release noted that the change does not reflect an improvement in their view of the country's short-term credit worthiness, as Standard & Poor's affirms their BBB long-term issuer ratings. S&P's economic outlook, meantime, for the Bahamas remains stable, reflecting a projected gradual tightening of the government's fiscal stance over the next several years as growth turns positive, as well as generally stable external financing.
Welcome to tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings. Let's take a look at what's making business news today.
Government financial consultant and former Minister of State for Finance James Smith told the local Daily that the government's $4.416 billion national debt is, quote, likely to get worse before it gets better, end quote, as key short-term financing facilities have been, quote, maxed out. Smith also informed the print media that the government's Royal Bank of Canada overdraft facility has been, quote, maxed out and doubled to $200 million, while a short-term credit facility provided by the Central Bank of the Bahamas was also used up. It may seem as though Independence Day could be the last day for independence vendors to sell their wares, but Bahamians who didn't take advantage of the last-minute rush may in fact wait till after the holiday to purchase independent shirts, which are now known to be collector's items. And from regional business, at last week's CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in St. Lucia, regional leaders agreed to establish a Caribbean investment program to stabilize failing economies. The heads also agreed to identify various sectors of the economy, including tourism, agriculture, and construction, as areas which offer prospects for early resuscitation of economic growth. Remember, you can send us an email or join us on www.znsbahamas.com or become our friend on ZNS's official Facebook page.
And that will end tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. I'm LTV's Munnings. Thanks so much for watching.